Hello, I am Jasmine Palacios, and my term paper was about juvenile justice and delinquency program. Juvenile is a person who is not considered an adult. So, in most states, you're not considered an adult till you're 18 years old. Um, the juvenile justice system and court was created in 1999 in the U.S. in Chicago, Illinois. It was established because before there was any system, children, teenagers, and really small children were put in the same jail or prison as adults. They even had the same punishments as the adult offenders. So next slide, you're going to see a pie chart. Supreme Court case that fought for juveniles to get the same rights or the same constitutional rights as the adults is called In Real Gold versus Arizona. So in 1967, a young boy named Garrett Gold, who had already been in probation, made a phone prank on his neighbor and he got reported. The officers that arrested him did not notify his parents that he was arrested or of his charge. So when it came to his hearing, the neighbor did not show up to court, making it hard to confirm the offense. So even though she didn't show up, Gerald was still sentenced. He was still sentenced to go to a state industrial school until he turned 21. The juvenile court failed to follow the Constitution because they violated the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment is the steps to right to counsel, opportunity for confrontation, and cross-examination at the hearings, and the right from self-incrimination. See a pie chart, and in this pie chart, you can see how many youths are locked up in the United States and what type of facilities they are locked up. Not only do they show that, but they show what kind of criminal activities they were involved. So, for example, there's it says shelters. So the youth that are in the shelters, 161 committed property crimes and 55 committed drugs. And others committed 110 violations. Inequality in the system. There is an overrepresentation of minorities in the juvenile system. There are more youth of color being held in the system than there is youth of color in their community population. So, depending on the color of your skin, some offenders get harder punishments than others, even if they commit the same crime. Another thing that has to do with youth of color being overrepresented is the race of the authorities doing the rest. So young people of color are more likely to get arrested by white police, because white police men think since the color people are minorities, they are more likely to be involved in criminal activities. Issues and how it affects our community. Our society has racial bias and influence the way people think and make decisions based on race. This affects our community a lot. Like, for example, I can give you so if a white kid was stealing a bike, trying to steal a bike, like, those bikes that are handcuffed to or like locked up to a bike railing, someone's most likely, oh, that's his bike. But if they see a young colored person, they are more likely to say something about it, like, hey, is that even your bike? And so I feel like people make big difference on the decisions they make on the race. And yeah, that concludes my presentation. The reference is the last slide. And okay, well, thank you so much.